In Syria, motivated local forces that we support recently took the town of Shadadi, repelled ISIL's counterattacks, and ultimately severed the main artery between Syria and northern Iraq. And as a result, it's become much harder for ISIL's leaders and forces to travel between Raqqa and Mosul. I'm also pleased to see that Iraqi security forces have moved from their staging base at Makhmur and are advancing to new positions as part of the early stages of operations to collapse ISIL's control over Mosul. The U.S. Marines we've sent near Makhmur, where Staff Sergeant Carden gave his life, are now providing artillery fire at the request of the Iraqis to help support the ISF advance against the enemy and protect their forces. So in both Syria and Iraq, we are seeing important steps to shape what will become crucial battles in the months to come. As our partners move forward, we're continuing to bring relentless pressure on ISIL commanders in Mosul. And we've taken a significant number of actions this week, one of which I've already mentioned. But second, we targeted Abu Sarrah, one of the top ISIL leaders charged with paying fighters in northern Iraq. Next, we targeted a number of ISIL associates who were directly involved in external plotting and training. And these precise actions came after recent strikes that destroyed a significant quantity of improvised explosive devices and bomb-making equipment that could have been used against our partners headed for Mosul. We believe these actions have been successful and have done damage to ISIL. As Chairman Dunford noted earlier this week, the momentum of this campaign is now clearly on our side. The United States military will continue to work intensively with our coalition partners to build on this progress as our counterparts throughout our governments work to defend our homelands at the same time. One final note before we turn to questions. Yesterday, I spoke with my Saudi counterpart, Deputy Crown Prince and Defense Minister Mohammed bin Salman. We agreed to convene a U.S. Gulf Cooperation Council Defense Ministerial on April 20th in Riyadh, ahead of President Obama's participation in a U.S. GCC Leaders Summit there the following day. This will be an important forum to build on our counter-ISIL defense ministerial in Brussels last month and to strengthen U.S. GCC defense partnerships, including by reviewing and discussing the way ahead for joint regional defense initiatives that we all committed to during the 2015 U.S. GCC Camp David Summit last May. Chairman Dunford and I are now prepared to take your questions. I have to say we have limited time to do that because we have something else that we both need to do upstairs, but we want to do that. I'm going to ask you also, please, to respect the fact that we're not going to go into any further details about how our coalition conducted the operations I mentioned earlier. Any more details than that could put lives and our future operations at risk.